3 days in a row. Obviously, I watched the fights a day or two, a day or two after the event. But 3 days in a row, I don't know how many fights
Yeah.
I've seen those last 3 to 4 days, but I've seen the prelims of Bellator 245,
Oh
the
yeah.
main card,
Oh yeah.
the prelims of Waterson versus Hill, the
Oh yeah.
main card, the
Yeah.
prelims of Bellator 246,
Yeah.
and the main card, bro. I'm,
You're like,
I'm,
but man,
al- I'm,
I'm happy. I'm not complaining. I'm not
I'm
complaining.
all like, I've almost like forgot all of like most of the fights. Like if you, if you bring up some of those fights, I might even not
You might not
remember
even
how it
remember it. I
ended,
know. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
how it ended. So,
You're
but
oversaturated. We'll definitely rely on
absolutely,
technology today. That means this is your
absolutely,
disclaimer.
but
That means I don't even remember.
the fight that stood out, like the fight that stood out first, the first Friday event, Bellator Bellator 245
245
was the
Davis
guy.
versus
Yeah,
Machida. Two, right?
yeah, two. I think Phil Davis beat him the last time,
Yeah, but it was like
and I
7 years ago or something.
just, yeah, man, but
Just saying, bro.
it was in the UFC, so it was in the
Yeah.
UFC. So, anyways, so the fight that stood out, and to be honest, I don't even remember the prelims, but the main card, the opener of the main card of the 245 was guy.
Bellator
I've sent you
245. Yeah.
his. Yeah, I've sent you a highlight of his last knockout. Raymond Daniels. He's the
Oh, the
welterweight.
low blow, illegal. The illegal
Yeah,
shot,
bro, that was
bro.
terrifying,
Bro.
bro. That was
Oh,
the first
I felt,
one.
I felt,
Like the
I felt
first
it.
one, I'm gonna let it slide. Now the first one, I'm gonna let it slide, but I thought that the what's his name, Shannon or something, the guy who got hit, I
Yeah.
thought he was milking it because he was breathing and the mouthpiece
Nah,
came
but if
out,
you
and,
see,
like
bro, if
drool
you
was coming out.
positioning of his foot, bro, he got him good, and he got him
Bro,
while he was trying, while he was jumping
the
in.
heel, his heel was like it got digged in the lower part of the abdomen, and the rest of the foot like hit the cup. So it wasn't that bad.
Yeah,
It wasn't that bad.
but if you see, it
But
was a
this,
spinning kick. It was a
yeah,
spinning round kick, but it was actually coming from the bottom upwards. So they got
that's
him
how he
good.
throws it.
Yeah,
That's how
man,
he
he
throws
got
it.
him good right in the balls, bro, the first time. So
The first time, nah, I don't. I disagree. The first time, I completely disagree. It definitely hit the cup, but it
yeah.
wasn't as bad and as clear the second one. The
Oh, the
second one,
second one was
he was
that was the
midair
kill
and
shot.
he hit him. That was bro. The first one, I was like, come on, like he's kind of milking it, but
Yeah, it
I
was a
I
mistake. It
get
was not a lot of
yeah.
contact. Let's kind of keep it moving
He
on.
threw the spinning kick. He threw the spinning kick like twice or three times before that landed. The first one landed, and it all like grazed his body because he was moving well. But the first one, as soon as it hit him, and he went down, and he was
What?
like
But if you see, it was like
and
seconds. As soon as
crying.
he got up, he was like, "All right, cool." And Shannon or whatever, as soon as they
Yeah, it was couple
started
seconds.
fighting, not even a few seconds, this guy does a spin. I felt like there was bad blood. He was like, "I'm
Nah, he's known for that spinning kick,
for
and
that spinning
he's
kick." I
a
know, yeah, yeah.
yeah, and he's the welterweight kickboxing champion of Bellator, because Bellator does kickboxing and
Kickboxing, yeah.
MMA. But bro, like the second one was so clear.
Yeah,
I
clear.
was like,
Clear.
oh, like couldn't you just wait for the
I
next
felt
round
bad
or
for him. You
something?
saw how he was crying.
Bro, he said, "Oh my
He was
god, oh my
sobbing.
god." And it was like the Raymond Daniels, the guy who hit him. He was like, he came to like to console him. He was like, okay. He was like, it's okay, and he went back to crying. I was like,
Yeah,
bro,
yeah. He's like in pain,
that
bro. But
was
what? If he
sad, bro.
catches you, that was the kill shot. The second one, I felt like this guy was like, I'm gonna TKO you by like nut shots or whatever the fuck. He's like, he gave him an illegal shot. He's like, I'm gonna kill you with this one. Bang, bro, right on the money. The jewels got rocked, yo, and fucking this nigga went down. It was a bad. it was a bad, unfortunate. I'll say it was unfortunate
Absolutely.
kind of thing to happen, just because it was the opener and the fighter Green or whatever his name is. He's good. He's not like a dirty
Mhm.
fighter, right? But he's a striker. He's like a specialist. So I
Yeah,
think because or you being a specialist, you kind of know where the fuck you're throwing the kick, man. You know what you're doing. But it was unfortunate. And I think what was it, a no contest or was it a DQ?
it was a no contest. They scored it as a no contest.
No
They said
contest.
the announcer said, like Dan Murgliata said, he ruled it as an unintentional foul or something.
Yeah, yeah.
But it was a no contest,
It was a no contest.
bro.
Damn, bro. Like I ain't gonna lie though, it visually it looks a little different to me. Like I'm not used to the round cage or whatever the fuck they call it, because like
Mm,
I'm used to the octagon and it's so much space. They're fucking running around and shit. The main event of Bellator 245, Davis versus or the rematch, Davis versus Machida. Man, they were
Machida.
running all around. I loved it. It was super
Machida was like, he didn't know what to do because Phil
exactly.
Davis threw out his wrestling. Like he was just
Yep.
throwing kicks. I think that what won him the fight. He was just throwing kicks to the
Yep.
body, to the
Yep.
leg, because Machida was just doing this.
Exactly. Machida was trying to do
his
his
his style,
Karate Kid.
his style,
Yeah, yeah,
his Karate Kid style.
yeah.
So I think
No,
that
but if we're gonna keep it real, he was
that
countering
what
with
gave
the
Phil
leg kicks,
Davis.
though. The leg kicks were
Who
working.
Machida?
Yeah,
Machida?
a little bit. Yeah, it was
Nah.
working for Machida where Davis was striking and he was countering with kicks and throwing
Mm,
Davis's balance off at some kind of at a certain point. I think it was round two or so. But Davis was definitely what was it, a unanimous decision? I think it was a unanimous decision.
I
A
think it
split.
was a unanimous, and it didn't make any sense. I don't think it was a split, but I think it was a unanimous, and it didn't make any sense because he only threw leg kicks to the body. Like I know it adds up, but it
Exactly.
didn't show on Machida. It didn't show on Machida. Machida
It
was
did.
just
It
going
didn't
around
show,
moving.
but
That's
if
it.
you look at the volume that Machida put up, it's nothing compared to what Davis put up. So at the end of the day, if
Mm,
there's no aggression, if there's no octagon control, if they will go to points, right? They're gonna go
mm.
to the strikes landed, and how many points it got, so on and so forth. How many takedowns was there? And I think Davis, it was clear, bro. It was clear. Davis kind of took it, but in a way it was a little boring because they were both trying to like they both have that point style fighting, right? Like
Mm.
the karate, taekwondo, that type of
Phil
nah
Davis is
nah
more of a wrestler, but
exactly. But
like,
in this fight,
but he was a striker. He was
exactly in
like
this fight he
he
switched
threw
it
it
up
out.
completely. He looked like
Mm.
he belonged in like a karate tournament or something. Like he made sure to train for Machida, bro. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, and he talked about I think the what's his name, Big John McCarthy told him about the Russian dude who made his debut and is now a champion. He knocked out Ryan Bader.
Bader, yeah.
He told him how about you, like your next fight with him and something. He was like, yeah, I think he fought him or
Okay.
he beat him or something.
Yeah.
So he said like he better watch out or so.
He's coming
Maybe
for
they're
that
gonna
title.
give maybe they're gonna give him the title next. But
Yeah.
the thing that I like about Bellator is I don't think they have a ranking, like a
They don't.
journalist ranking system.
They don't.
That's 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 way better than the UFC because
Nah,
it's not a
you can't
popularity
say that though.
contest.
You can't say that because
It's not a popularity contest. They give it to
not
who
it's not,
is
but
on
it's
a
also how much work you're putting in. Like look at
absolutely.
the ranking. Okay, the ranking recently, I'm with you. In the UFC, it turned into a popularity contest where the Conor McGregor era came in, trash talking, how much draw you bring, how much people you bring, blah blah blah, right?
Hmm.
But if you think about it, most of the people in the top 10 or top 15 ranking, they really put in work. They got win streaks. They got whatever. Like they got some of them are undefeated, so on and so forth. So some of these rankings kind of approach to the rankings I'm okay with in terms of winning streak, so on and so forth, right? Because you earn it. The hype shit, the shit that's driven by hype, I don't really fuck with it. So my point
That's
is, if you come into Bellator, you might have a lucky night if there's no ranking and so on and so forth, and
mhm.
you go knock somebody out. So you got a good show, but for longevity, I think the UFC has a brilliant strategy to where they want to make it last. They want to keep and retain the fan base, the fans. You know, so in a way, if
Yeah, but Bellator are doing their own thing now. Let's just
exactly
not
they're doing
delve
their
into
own
the
thing,
UFC.
but it's
They're
kind of
gonna go to
mimicking the UFC.
Paris. They're gonna go to Paris,
Yeah,
bro. Scott Coker. Scott Coker is the former, like, what's his name? Is the former president of Strikeforce.
Strike Force. Yep.
Strikeforce, like Daniel Cormier,
Of
Alistair
course. Yep. Yep.
Overeem,
Yep.
for
Yeah.
Verdum. Everybody in the UFC came from Strikeforce. So this guy is like making new grounds in MMA
I
and
know that
Bellator
it's the
MMA.
first legal MMA event, right, in France.
Yeah, he was. He
Because
said. He said he was talking. They were talking with the governor. They did a lot of work for 2 years just to make this, and they're
to make it
going.
legal
Like
and
it's,
actually have the event, right? Because MMA wasn't
yeah,
legal in France.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
man. Nah, but it's
Bellator
Bellator are
on the
doing some
move.
good shit, man. I ain't gonna lie. I don't know what's up
Mm.
with these like low blows and the crazy illegal and no contest situations, you know. But what I know for sure is they're saying that they're not testing in Bellator.
Not testing, but
Ah,
it's not as
let's just
strict
keep it
as
real.
USADA. It's not as strict as USADA, but
Yeah,
bro, we're
that's
gonna be
UFC.
we are going to be entertained either way, whether they juice or
Exactly,
no. we
of course. But if
we
you
just
think about it, to
that's it.
regulate it as a legal sport, you need the health and safety things got to be in
Mhm.
place. So if you have a juiced up motherfucker on steroids, putting him in with a person that's naturally working out, what's gonna happen? Vitor Belfort versus Michael Bisping. What happened to
Michael Bisping. Michael Bisping. Where
Michael
are you?
Bisping? Lost an eye to this day because
Yeah,
Vitor
man.
was fucking juiced up to the gills, bro. He was steroid up
He's
and
spinning,
he
spinning
fucking.
back kick to the face.
That's what I'm saying. He kicked his ass and he lost his eye. That's just because
Yeah,
he's on
but
performance enhancing drugs, bro.
I
That's
don't
what
think
I'm
I don't
saying.
think I don't think they're that lenient, but they do test. Like
No,
they
they
do
say
test.
apparently.
So let's
I
just
heard like somewhere. I'm not sure if it's in the Joe Rogan podcast or whatever. They were saying in the contract it says we do not test for steroids.
nah. I
It
think
doesn't say like,
I think you're talking. I think Joe Rogan was talking about the Pride days.
oh, back in the old
Pride
days,
days.
maybe that's what I'm
Pride
thinking.
Japan days. Yeah, Pride
Yo,
Japan days.
but that was Friday, right? And then Saturday night we jumped into the fight night with
Mhm.
Hill versus Waterson.
Waterson.
Man, let's start
Yeah.
with the main event immediately, bro. What did you think of that fight? It was crazy.
It was entertaining, but I'm not mad at the split decision. But bro, the first and second round was clearly Hill. The
Yeah,
third round, she Watterson took her down, like absolutely dominated her for like the majority of the round.
yeah.
The fourth could have gone either way,
But it was
but the fifth,
Waterson.
I think,
It was
nah, but it was Watterson, but it could have gone to
it could
Hill
have gone,
also,
but
but
you know what she
they
did?
gave
She
her,
added the theatrics, bro. From the
yeah, yeah,
fourth round,
yeah,
she started
yeah.
she's screaming and acting frantic, and she added that on the fourth round, and it gave it to Watterson because they were close, and she just needed that acting thing to just to make the judges kind of score it for her.
Bro, they just pushing her, bro. They just
Of
pushing
course,
Watterson.
but
They
then
want
look
her
at
to be
this
the
though.
champion.
What do you think of the
Mhm.
fifth round? Who took it?
The fifth round was, in my opinion, I would say Watterson. Watterson, but not like in a dominating fashion, but Watterson. I would say I'll give it to
I think
Watterson.
they were close in striking, but the
Hmm.
difference was when Watterson took Angela Hill down. I think she took
But
her
it
down too
wasn't. It
much.
wasn't. It wasn't. It wasn't for like. It wasn't like
No, no.
It wasn't like the third round where she controlled her for the majority of the round. Because at the end of the round, at the end of the fifth, the last 20 seconds,
Yeah,
like 10 seconds, they went ham.
they
But
went
they
crazy.
went they
They
went
went crazy.
crazy. But the fucked up thing is that Waterson got the best of Hill. Like
Of course,
he was
made
stinging
it
her,
look like it
getting
was
away.
Waterson. But if you think about it, I had it 3-2 Hill. I got it 3 rounds Hill, 2 rounds Waterson.
You gave Hill the fourth round.
I gave her the fifth round. I gave her first,
If
second, and fifth. Third and fourth,
Nah,
Waterson
I'd
got it.
I'd say
Got her,
first, second Hill, third Waterson, fourth Waterson, and third. Mm, it was Waterson, but the
yeah,
fourth could have gone to Hill.
it was
The
very
fourth
close.
could have to.
And that's what I'm saying. It was a great fight because they brought it like they were charging. They didn't they left it all out there, right? These girls came to
Absolutely.
play and came to fight and throw down.
Absolutely.
And what I would think is the experience of the karate hottie, Michelle Watterson, came into play.
I cringe at that name,
I
bro.
know, man.
The
but
karate
but
hottie.
hey, she's rocking with it. And then Angela Hill's maybe inexperience or a little bit of lack of experience kind of came into play where Waterson picked it up. She put the theatrics. She switched her game up where she took her down. She was out striking her, but then she didn't have an answer for Angela Hill's jab. Angela
Yeah,
Hill's
because
boxing.
Angela Hill crowded her.
Yeah,
In the
absolutely.
predictions, I talked about the annoying sidekick of Waters, and I was like, she's gonna throw it, but she didn't throw it for the majority of the fight because Hill crowded the hell
Crowded
out
her
of her.
exactly. Yeah.
She was in her face, like
She
she
was
didn't
fighting.
allow
She
her
was
to give space.
implementing. Angela Hill was implementing her game plan and using her
Absolutely.
skills, which is boxing. That means get close to her. Don't be in kicking range. Crowd her and use your techniques and combinations, right?
Hmm.
Because she stopped doing. I think the second or going on the third round, Angela Hill stopped combinations. She was
She
having
slowed
so
down.
much success in the first and second round with the combinations she was throwing, the boxing combinations, so upper jab, rip to the body, rip to the body, upper 1 2 2 3 3 2 1. She was switching it up to where Waterson was like trying to reset, and it was a great fight to be honest, and it was technical. Let's not take that
Hmm.
away
Absolutely.
from these ladies. It wasn't just let's just kind of bump into each other. It was very technical. They were reading each other. I thought definitely it was close, but I had Angela winning, and I'm not mad at the decision because it's a split decision, right?
Yeah, yeah, it was a
Yeah, it was
split
a split
decision.
decision for Michelle Watterson, right? So definitely a great fight
Mm,
though. Like I'm not
absolutely.
taking anything away from Angela Hill or Watterson, man. But definitely
Hmm.
a great main event or ending to the night. But there was some nice surprise in the middle of it and some disappointing shit in the beginning of that night too, man. Yo, let's kind of start with the disappointing shit. You saw Ed Herming and Mike Rodriguez's fight? Bro, what the hell is wrong with
Bro,
Mike Tyone or whatever the fuck his name is?
I
The
think was it Tayoni?
It
Ah,
was
yeah,
Tyone, bro.
it was Tayoni. Yeah, I
It was
remember. Like
Tyone, and I was
it was
like,
time. He
bro,
said time. It was like time. What do you mean time? Like, why do you stop the fight? I just knocked this guy out.
yep.
Bro, that was
It was
crazy.
crazy. It was
That
definitely
was.
controversial. Like, of course, the fight. We'll get back to it just because I have a few things to kind of add to that in terms of um what the referee would have done better. But keeping it on the fights, Bobby Green versus Alan Patrick, man, the capoeira guy versus the wrestler, who is kind of developing into a crazy ass striker, man. Bobby Green, he killed it. You with us, bro? Or are you stuck now? What's happening?
Yeah, but the shoulder roll, the teep kicks, bro. He is.
He was on point. And then
I'm.
did you
Nah, I'm
see the
still there.
jujitsu though, bro?
I'm
Bobby
still.
Green's jujitsu, because
Yeah,
Alan
but it was
Patrick is
some
kind of,
crazy exchange.
yeah, his go-to is like, oh, the Brazilian jiu-jitsu, that's his thing, capoeira. Bro, he couldn't strike him. Every time he tried to
Mm.
take him down, the takedown defense from Bobby Green was impeccable, bro.
It was
How do
even
you say
desperate. Like the
impregnable?
takedowns, impregnable. The takedowns were desperate. Like he
Yep.
was desperate. Like at the end of the second and the beginning of the third, bro, he was so desperate. Like he said, I'm not even when he takes him down, like even if he tried submissions,
Yeah.
Bobby Green knew how to get out of
How to get out
kind
of
of
it? You saw
kind of
this guy.
threaten with the
Yo,
takedown just there.
I was impressed. I was impressed because
Absolutely.
his stand-up game is crazy. Alan Patrick did not want none of Bobby Green's stand-up game. He didn't want it
Nick
immediately.
Nick Diaz Army, motherfucker.
Talking shit,
He's
Diaz brothers. Huh?
right.
He's an
He's
offspring
with the
of the Diaz
Diaz bro.
brothers. Yeah.
He's with the
Nah, but
Diaz
but
bros.
but definitely shout out to Bobby Green for like kind of this is his third win in a row. He's on a winning
Absolutely.
streak and he's been performing, and most of them went to decision and flawless domination, bro. Every round, it was for Green. I kind
He
of
got he got tired from fucked up decisions. He retired, then he came back. Now he's on a tear.
he's on a tear, man, and good for him. Because Alan Patrick is like, yes, he's been gone for a while, and there's octagon rust, where you okay, maybe I'll give it to him, but he's a veteran. He's been there.
Mhm.
Definitely a crafty and skilled fighter and
Mhm.
striker, and then crazy jiu-jitsu game. And Bobby Green had an
Mhm.
answer for everything. He tried to take him down. Boom. He was like takedown defense. Springs right back up. He tries to submit him, puts him in an arm bar, slides right out. Try to put a leg lock, slides right out. Bobby Green was on one, bro. He was in the zone. And then he pieced him up with these jabs and these punches. I was like, shit. I was like, okay, bro. Okay. Let's see where you're headed at. But definitely a fun fight, right? And then
Absolutely.
a couple of honorable mentions. Um,
The tarantula,
who?
Turner, Turner. What's his name? Turner, something Turner.
Where
Bro, that guy looks like
prelims?
he's. Yeah, I think it was in the prelims or the main card. Bro, I don't know. I watched over 20 or 30 fights this week. So
Don't
like,
don't don't be
I'm,
mixing shit up.
nah, Turner, bro, the tarantula. I think it was.
Oh, versus Brock Weaver versus the indigenous guy.
Yeah, bro. Bro, that guy moves like John Jones. He got long reach.
Yep, yep,
Bro,
yep.
he fucked him up. And
Yep.
our boy, obviously, our boy,
Oh,
he messed up. The Florida boy.
Roosevelt. Oh my God.
Bro,
Second
that was
second choke
disappointing.
though,
That
huh?
was disappointing.
Second submission.
That was that was
Remember last
disappointing,
fight
man.
with
Yeah.
Jim Miller, he got choked the fuck out.
Nah, he got armbarred. He tapped
Oh,
because
was it armbar? Yeah, it was an armbar.
yeah, it was armbar. Miller was about to
Yeah.
snap his
Snap
arm.
his take his arm with him back home. And then Roosevelt again got choked the fuck out. These are just a little bit of honorable mentions,
Disappointing.
but bringing it back to some explosive action. Our brother,
Mhm.
our African brother, the
Oh,
Moroccan camel, or whatever the fuck they call him.
يعيش الملك.
يعيش الملك.
يبقى كيك.
Atabani
Azaitar.
as
Azaitar.
Azatar versus
Yeah.
Kama Worthy, bro.
Bro.
Everybody said this guy, the Moroccan guy, has knockout power.
But Kama Worthy is a worthy opponent for that style because
Yes, but what happened though,
he's an
bro?
he got overwhelmed. Let's just
Got
say that.
overwhelmed, bro. He
Yeah.
he, he hit him with he connected. Uh, uh,
Mhm.
Odd Uthman, bro. I'm gonna just say his name is Uthman, right?
Othman. That's it, Othman.
Yeah, because this motherfucker's
Othman.
Ottoman. Uthman was
Othman.
fucking. He connected with one shot with the left, and then it rocked him, and he tried to play it off Kama Worthy. But then he
Mm.
connected again, and then he hit him with a combination that
He
uppercut.
hit him before the flurry, before he went down.
Yeah.
He connected. He wobbled him,
Yep.
and then he connected again. And after that, he threw a body kick. When they brought the replay, he
Yeah.
threw it like a body shot. Then
Yeah.
after that, he went to town, bro. He
Bro.
like he went ham. Blah, 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 blah. He went
What?
down, and Worthy was like, if he covered, I think he would have survived. But
Yeah,
he
but
couldn't.
he was
He couldn't.
trying to even
And he
he
stood
was
up so
he was
fast.
out
He
on his
stood up
feet.
so fast. He stood up so fast. He stumbled. Like,
Yeah.
bro, you're out.
Not
You're
even
out.
when they
That's it.
grabbed
That's
him,
it.
bro. Come on, like after they stopped the fight, there were two
Mhm.
people holding him on both sides. As soon as they let go, this motherfucker was like, oh, a little wobbly, spaghetti
He
legs,
went.
baby.
He
I was
went
like,
boom.
shit. Definitely a fun fight, a quick fight. First
Mhm.
round, a minute 33. He got the finish. Definitely a force to be reckoned with and to kind of an up
يعيش
and comer
الملك.
to like look out for, right? But
Absolutely.
bringing it back to this motherfucker, that
Oh,
that he Diego Sanchez the shit out of it. He took an
oh,
opportunity. Ed Herman and Mike Rodriguez, the fucking
bro.
Tyone fuck up. That's what I'm gonna call it. The Tyone fuck
Absolutely.
up. Yo,
Bro.
to talk a little bit, that's why I was like, let's kind of get those fights out the way and come back to it.
Mhm.
He knew what the fuck he was doing. He's saying it's a nut. It was a low blow. It was not a low blow.
It was not a low blow.
The replay
Not
showed Mike
the
Rodriguez
replay
time.
showed the knee. The knee. First of all, he threw a first knee to the mid to his stomach.
Yep,
He felt it, but
yep,
he covered. The
exactly.
other one, he threw it to the chest, bro.
Yep,
Like it was far from the cup, like to the
far. But
chest.
guess what though? He got his ribs, and
Di-
that's why that's what
He
happened.
froze.
Got his
He
ribs.
froze. He froze and went down. That's it. Like his body shut down.
His
But the
body,
referee was like,
what's
"Stop!"
his name? Ed. Yeah, Ed Herman. His body did fucking shut down and he collapsed, and that should have
Mhm.
been a TKO because he went down and he continued punching him. So it's supposed to be a TKO. Tyone comes in
He's,
and is like, time. What do you mean time? I swear I
he
felt Mike Rodriguez was gonna punch him. He's looking at him like, what do you mean time? The guy,
time. The
and
guy's
then he gave him a second or a nut shot, and you saw the motherfucker. If you really got
he
hit,
milked it.
he
Even
milked the shit out of it.
Michael Bisbee was like, "It's okay. He's milking it." I'm like, "Bro,
Ed
what do you
Herman,
mean
you
it's
saw what he was
okay?"
doing. He's like adjusting his cup. He's like walking around, like he really got hit in the balls, and it's like, bro,
I get it. I get it that he's taking time
experience,
because
bro. Diego
because
Sanchez.
not only not only Diego Sanchez because Diego
Uh-huh.
Sanchez said he said I couldn't see and that's it. Like he wanted the
Yeah,
DQ
yeah,
so he could win.
yeah.
But this guy, he recovered. If the
Exactly.
referee let that go for a couple of seconds, he would have finished him.
Absolutely. Yeah.
As soon as he said stop, the guy is milking it not for the sake of milking it, but he's milking it to recover
To recover experience,
the
bro.
ribs. His ribs, bro. The knee went to the ribs. His
Yeah.
body shut down, bro. He went down. He couldn't
But come
defend
on, let's
himself.
keep it real though. Whose fault really is it in terms of
The
the
referee,
outcome of
one
the fight?
hundred percent. The referee, one
The
hundred
referee.
percent.
Nah, I'm gonna tell you something. The outcome of the fight,
The
Mike
submission. You mean
Rodriguez,
the
man.
submission? You mean
Yes,
the
bro. What the
submission? Yeah,
fuck?
yeah.
You already got it. I get it. You're frustrated, but the fight continued. So
Mm.
for Ed Herman to finish Mike Rodriguez, finish him, submit him.
He
That
put a
you
stamp.
can't fight, bro. He made him
He
tap.
put a stamp.
You
Yeah, he
cannot
put a
argue
stamp.
with that. So I'm like, okay, Ed Herman, he was being sleazy, but I would say experience. He didn't get it. He milked it. He got some time to recover. But Rodriguez was on the other side recovering also. So I don't know what the fuck.
Rodriguez wasn't even breathing or
Yeah, he
labored
wasn't breathing heavy.
in that time. He fucking threw that knee. He went down. He threw a couple of shots.
Yep.
Time.
Yeah.
It's like the fuck, man.
That
But
was a
he
fucking
wasn't. He
crazy
wasn't.
because again, but the good thing is that I saw the post fight press conference and Dana White was saying that they're actually gonna give him his win money. And that's the whole point because he did win. So
That's
they
great.
said they're gonna give him his win money, bro.
That's great.
So I was
That's
like, there you
great.
go,
That's great.
nigga. There you go, Dana. Dana White is doing the right thing. He's like, come on, it's not
Because
about anything. The kid won.
this guy fought like 20 days ago
Yeah.
on Apex. So he's a company man, bro. So
Yep.
just give him his
But
money.
look
Give
at
him
this
his money.
crazy part, though. You know what fucking Dana White mentioned immediately as soon as because it's a referee's fuck up, right? He goes like,
Mhm.
Mazzagatti was the worst fucking referee.
Yeah, Mazzagatti. I saw that clip.
Mazzagatti.
I saw that clip, bro. Mazzagatti, bro. What the fuck
I
he's
was like,
talking
leave him
about?
alone, bro. He left. He's like, you got him out of the fucking car, the company, man. But he still
Yeah,
brought it.
man.
He's like, Mazzagatti is the worst referee I've ever seen, and this guy's worse than fucking Mazzagatti. He's like, he didn't see it, But but Dana White was right. He's like, you can stop, ask the referees, use.
I don't think they can use the. I don't think in the UFC they can use the replay
Yeah, but
for
that's what
the.
Dana was saying. He's like, I got in their ass about it.
But you were talking shit about Bellator. Bellator, I think they can. I think they can. The referee can use the replay if I'm not mistaken.
Okay, okay, okay,
If I'm not mistaken.
okay. Well, we're gonna verify that.
So
Sounds like you gave it to from your
it's
special power.
definitely 100% on Tyone. Like, bro, it's your fault.
That's what I'm saying, though. Mike Rodriguez fucked up in terms of not going for the finish again. I think he just said, "Oh, I beat him up. I beat him down. Okay, if I go to the decision, it's gonna be me." But guess what? Ed Herman knew. He's like, "Nah, bro, this guy got me. I gotta finish him," and he submitted the shit out of him. And definitely, that's the little piece I wanted to bring up, which is it ain't no the outcome of the fight is Mike Rodriguez's fault. It's not Tyone's fault. Now, did Tyone fuck up? Absolutely. He did because he
Absolutely.
didn't see that. It wasn't a fucking low blow, and it was
But it gave him a chance. It gave him a chance. Like
gave him a
the
chance.
fuck up, the Tyone fuck up gave like what's his name,
Ed
Emmett
Herman.
or Emmett, Ed Herman. It gave him a chance to not only recover and milk it, but come back and regroup and submit the guy.
Yeah.
He wouldn't
He
submit
did.
him if he was. He wouldn't submit him if he was still like if his body was still shut down on the ground
Yeah.
with not even protecting himself. He was down. Like
Absolutely. Yep.
he was like, I was done. I was done. But it goes both ways. But you gotta give it to him. He submitted him. So
Yeah,
but
man, I gotta give it up to him. A win is a win, but at least Mike Rodriguez got his money, bro. Shout out to Dana White for that. Hey, bro, that kind of wraps it up. Unless you want to mention honorable mention, the Happy Warrior. I gotta talk about her, Roxanne Modaffari
Roxanne Modafferi,
versus
man.
Andrea Lee, which
Andrea
was
Lee.
which was really a kind of a.
It was entertaining.
It was
It was
entertaining.
surprisingly entertaining. I
Yep.
thought it was gonna be a boring ass fight, but bro, it was entertaining because Lee Lee didn't just like she kind of got overwhelmed
Yeah.
from Modafferi because Modafferi is known for her jiu-jitsu, but
Exactly.
Modafferi was moving around so good that she didn't give Lee a chance to
She
land.
saw she was hot
She
for it.
was
Tick tick tick
she
tick tick
was
tick 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 tick. I swear to
bro.
God.
I was like, bro,
And
when
her
did she get
movement is
this?
so awkward. It's not
Mhm.
orthodox like, oh, she want to look like she's floating flawless technique. No, bro. As long as she has her balance, and she was getting her with those jabs though. The fire
Absolutely.
striking is getting better, man. The jiu-jitsu, I call her the jiu-jitsu soccer mom. She's she's getting better with the punching, man, with her hands. So
The happy
definitely
warrior.
shout out to Roxanne Modafferi that she got the decision right
The
on
happy warrior.
over,
There you go.
Lee, Andrea Lee. It wasn't a bad fight night in all, but the ladies
Mhm.
came to play, bro. Michelle Waterson and Angela Hill
Angela Hill, yeah.
to play. All right, bro. You want to wrap up this particular JEGANU MMA episode, sir?
We
Anything?
didn't talk about before we just gonna real quick like really fast. We're gonna talk about Bellator 246. There was an
Oh,
incident.
yeah.
There was an incident. There was an incident. It was
Because
another fuck
Bellator
up, but
246 was what? Saturday night also? Or
it was
Sunday?
at the same night. Yeah, the Saturday night. Yeah.
Yeah.
So speaking about fuck ups, Dan Murgliata did a fuck up in a cross promotion in Bellator. He
Oh, yeah.
fucked
I
up
know. I
with
think I know
a
what you're talking about.
he fucked up with the fight. I think it was in the prelims.
Uh-huh.
The opener of the prelims. It was a heavyweight.
Yeah.
What's his guy name?
Franklin.
Yeah, Franklin, and what the guy name? The caveman. What's his name?
Uh,
Uh, Hilton.
Ras
Hilton.
Halton
Hilton.
or Hilton.
Hilton, if I'm not
Hilton.
mistaken.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bro, this guy, you could say, like, you could absolutely build a case against this guy that he was milking it. Like, it wasn't Ed
First of all,
Herman,
let's break
Ed
it down.
Herman type of guy.
In the fight, they were actually going in. What was it? 2 or 3 rounds in?
It was two or three rounds in, and he got opened. The guy Hilton,
Yeah.
Franklin opened him with
An elbow.
an elbow, and he was bleeding, but it wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad. Like it wasn't something that was obviously it's blood, but it
Yeah,
wasn't that bad. He didn't. He did like it wasn't a cut that would stop the fight.
got you.
But this guy, bro, this guy, I think he gassed out, and
Yeah,
that's why he was like moaning and groaning. It was like on the ground when he gave his back. Obviously, Franklin at the third round, the beginning of the third round, they traded leather, and he took him down
yeah,
right where he was in the second round, because like he opened him up there. So he took him down. He started throwing bombs. The guy gave his back.
yep.
He didn't cover well.
Raz
Dan
Hilton
Murg-
gave us back.
yeah, Dan Morgliata was there. He was like, fight back, and Franklin was throwing punches. I like at first glance I was like, bro, it's illegal. He's punching him in the like at
In
the
the
back
back
of
of
the
the
head.
head. Okay.
Yeah, because Dan Morgliata was there. He was like, fight back, fight back. And he was like, watch the back of the head, watch the back of the head.
Okay.
The last one that he threw it. He went back. He wanted to throw again. Dan Morgliata came in and held his hand. He was like, that's it, that's it. Franklin stood up as if like to celebrate.
Yeah.
He was like, no, I need bring in the doctor, bring in the doctor. I need to see the replay. They saw the replay. He went, discussed with the judges, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Then the commentary was like said something very interesting. Josh Thompson and Big John McCarthy. They said the what's his name? The guy on the ground, Hilton. They
Hilton.
said in his mind he's trying to milk it just to get the DQ win, the disqualification, and win the fight.
Yeah.
It's not a good idea because he won't get it, because this is the third round, and this is the first time I've ever seen it in MMA
Okay.
that in the third round, if a DQ happened, they're not gonna give it to the fighter who's down. They're gonna go back to the scorecards. They're gonna tally it up, the first, the second, and the beginning of the third,
Yeah.
and they're gonna give it to the winner.
Okay.
So this guy didn't move. Like they brought the camera. It was like, they brought the replay. The last shot that Franklin threw, although like some of his punches, of course, fair enough, it went to the back of the head.
To the back of that.
But
Okay.
yeah, but the last one that Dan Mergliata stopped, like the one after it, it went to the side of the head. Like when they brought this
So the
the
legal
slow mo
side.
replay, I was like, it was the legal side, but it was kind of to the middle of the head. But I was like, bro, it's not illegal. It's not illegal. But
Gotcha.
Dan Mergliata stopped it, and bro, it
He
was the
has a
first
doubt.
time I've ever seen something.
I think as a referee, if you have a
Mhm.
doubt in certain kind of promotions or certain, because I think the rules and the laws they come from an athletic commission and everything, right? Got
Yeah.
to regulate the rules of the sport. So
Mhm.
what they need to do is, as a referee, he has certain people to help him. He has the corner, the people from athletic commission that are around, right?
Mm.
He has the actual the camera people if he wants to get a replay or whatever, and then he has the judges and a doctor. So if a referee makes a decision to stop a fight based off of him saying, "Oh, I think it's an illegal shot," now we gotta go to what's fair. Are they gonna say, "Oh, the referees, oh, that's an illegal shot and that's it"? Okay, so what they did is they looked at the condition of the person. He obviously looked like he was milking it.
He was milking the fuck out of it, bro. This guy is a fucking behemoth, bro. Like I,
Yeah.
I, I couldn't believe that shot like
But
knocked
of
him
course,
out or
Spears,
something. Like it was
he
like,
wants to kind of milk it and get away with a win. That's all he wants to get out of it, right?
yeah, but
Because
it didn't
Franklin
it
was
didn't
pissed.
go his way. It didn't go his way.
Yeah, and that's the
Like
point, though. So
the
what
tallies
the
up.
referee does? The referee can kind of consult with the judges, and he can see, okay, what can we do? Did you score this round? Did you score this round? Did you score this round? If they say yes,
Mhm.
they're gonna tally it up to the point of the DQ, and
Mm.
the referee can actually award it to the person based off of the scores. So I
Mm.
think he
Mm.
went about it by the book. What's his name? Dan Mergliata.
Yeah, and it was the first time. Yeah, and it was the first time I've ever seen like a decision like that.
Like that.
Because
Okay.
most of the times, yeah, most of the times they're just gonna give it a DQ, a disqualification,
Nah,
and the
but that's
guy
the
who's
thing though.
down is
They
gonna
can't
take
say
it.
DQ.
But this time,
You remember most of them they tell them
not.
no
But
contest.
this time, no contest. Also no contest. But this time because it was in the third round and at the beginning of the third round, so they tallied up the rounds until that point, and they gave it to Franklin.
Yes, but
So
being fair, because a DQ means that Franklin did something on purpose, so that's why he got disqualified. So a referee's
yeah.
not gonna say, "I'm disqualifying you." He's gonna ask him for what? For an unintentional blow. Uh, the
Mm.
the 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 worst he can do is take 2 points or whatever. Give him a warning,
Yeah,
and then
exactly.
take 2 points. So if you think about it,
Hmm.
if he stopped the fight, I think that was the best way to do it. I don't know what time. Do you know the time they stopped it? At what
They,
point of
they
the fight?
stopped it like even before the half of the like the third round. It was
Okay,
early in the
okay.
third round. It was early in the third round, but it was early enough for them to stop it and tally up the first, second, and the beginning of the third
There you
to
go.
give it
But it makes
to
sense. It makes
Franklin.
sense. It's with he
Mhm.
went by the book. As a
Mhm.
referee, that's what you need to do. Because let's keep it real. Like the only point that he's trying to kind of end the fight is because he saw an illegal blow, and the guy's just milking it and saying, "I cannot." Like the way he's freaking out, it just means to the
Mm,
doctor, "I cannot."
mm.
I
Bro,
know,
it was sounding weird,
but
bro.
that's the point. If he's gonna show all of that, you're telling them that you cannot continue fighting. So from a health and
I can't see.
athletic commission,
I can't see
I can't
Diego
see
Sanchez.
Diego Sanchez, baby. I told you, these Diego Sanchez just played it. He didn't give a fuck what people will say. Oh, no, no, no. Is that an illegal shot? Then it's an illegal shot. He's like, I can't see. I can't see. Tell the doctor. Hey, okay. He wins by DQ. Doesn't give a fuck, bro. It's a win is a win. So
Yeah.
it was crazy. But 246, Bellator 246 was the bantamweight, was the belt was on the line for the main event.
Yeah, yeah.
Who
Mm.
was it?
It was the Spaniard Juan
Archuleta or something?
Anchuleta,
Angeletta?
the
Yeah.
Spaniard Anchuleta, and Patchy Mix.
Mix, yeah. And I think who Mix won? Or
No,
Angeletta
no,
won?
Anchuleta won. Anchuleta, he's TJ Dillashaw's teammate. TJ Dillashaw was in his corner.
Yeah.
But bro, Patchy Mix, he's young, he's 26, but
Yeah.
for the first two rounds, he messed up
He
Angeletta,
messed him
bro.
up. I saw that,
He
yeah.
took him down. Submission threats nonstop. Like he couldn't like you wanna like choke him. He wanted to choke him out. He defended. He tried the other side, the other side, the
Yeah.
other side, the other. Bro,
He kept on.
I
He
was
didn't
like,
give up
he
on his.
overwhelmed
He
him.
was committed.
Yeah, yeah, he overwhelmed him. But the third round, he just wasn't there. Like he was just standing and moving forward. Even Big John McCarthy and John Thompson was saying like it's a bad idea for him to think that, oh, because I'm moving forward, I must be winning the round. You're not winning. From the third round onwards, he was moving forward, but Anceletta was going side to side and both sticking him with a
Yep.
jab, boop,
Yep.
kicking him, boop. Like he was striking and getting out of range, and
Yep.
he couldn't do anything. Like
More
Patchy,
active, octagon control. That's what they're
yeah.
doing when they're like kind of tight. Well, I guess they don't have an
And
octagon.
his only loss, I think, Anceletta he has two losses, but I think his only loss in Bellator was to the former champion, Patricio Pitbull.
Oh,
I
okay.
don't know if you know him, the guy with the beard. He's the little bro,
Is he
and there's
the
the big bro.
Russian guy or what?
No. They're the Brazilians. Both they're brothers, Brazilian brothers. I think the big brother
Yeah.
is the Bellator lightweight champion, and the
Okay.
little brother, I think he was the bantamweight and featherweight champion.
Go
He he
ahead.
tweeted he tweeted that I think he relinquished the bantamweight. That's why they fought for the title. But I saw his tweet. He was tweeting at Alexander Volkanovski.
Yeah.
He was like he was saying that he wants a cross promotional featherweight champion fight. And Volkanovski was for it, but you
Of
know
course.
that dumbass Dana White won't do it.
Hey man, it's
Jealous. He's
it's
just
it's
jealous
like
of Scott Coker, so he
to
won't do
him
it.
it's gonna be like you're polluting my roster. You're polluting my team. He's like, no, Get out of here. Dana White will be like, no, I'm not gonna
Nah,
deal with
bro.
these low lifes. No, but hey,
What do you mean low lives, bro? Like
go on.
they're doing
I
moves now.
do.
They gotta go they gotta go to Paris now, man.
Bro, so what if they're gonna go to Paris? Like my main point is the quality of the events that they roll out. They need to get up there in
Mm-hmm.
terms of fighters, in terms of the type
They're
of
getting
fighters
there.
they're putting in.
You
MMA,
got you
I think
got
it's
you
phenomenal.
got you got you got what's his name? You got MVP fighting on Paris. You got you got October, you got what's his name? Paul Daly. He's fighting someone named
Okay.
Adam or whatever. You got what's his name? Douglas Lima going up to middleweight to challenge Gegard Mousasi for the to be a 2 division champion. He wants the middleweight champion from Gegard Mousasi. So they got good fight. You got Chris Cyborg.
Yeah, but how many
Chris,
divisions are there? You're
I
only
think they
talking
got.
about a few divisions though. Like,
Yeah, I think they got.
huh?
I don't think they have like strawweight something, but they got the
They don't
10
have a lot
zone.
of divisions. They don't have a lot of options for fighters to go
The
up
thing
and
the thing
down.
that's weird, the thing that's weird about Bellator that I noticed like in this last two, I think it was in 246,
Yeah,
there was a lightweight bout and one of the fighters was 155 154 and the other was 157, like
different
above
divisions.
the.
Yeah,
Nah, nah,
different weight class.
it was not, it was in the same weight class.
Yes, yeah,
The
but my point is when you say featherweight in
not lightweight, lightweight.
or lightweight, whatever the division is, featherweight, lightweight, heavyweight. In
Hmm.
boxing, the weight itself is completely the range is different than in MMA and UFC versus in Bellator or in boxing. You have, let's say, a specific league will weigh you a specific way. They're gonna tell you,
Mm.
no, we do lightweight for us is
Cruise or
one
whatever,
155 to
cruiserweight.
165.
Yeah.
You get what I mean? So
Mm.
Bellator is having that same name, same division, but it's around that particular weight. So it's really a range, right?
Yeah, but that's even better than the UFC because the UFC, like a lot of fighters are losing their purses if they go 1 pounds over the weight limit, which is
Yep,
156.
yep.
But this guy is a 157 and he's fighting a 154 or 155. But anyways, bro,
From fighters,
Bellator are on the come up.
yes, they are. Yes, they
Not
are. I'll
hate.
give you that. We
Let's
definitely
not
can
hate on.
agree on that. Bellator is on the come up, but guess what? UFC's already there. It's already up there. So
You're
it's
just
like,
hating, man.
you
You're
know,
just hating.
be
You're just
nice.
hating.
Well, if you're
You're
coming
just
up,
hating.
be nice to the people over you.
You're just nice, bro. The UFC bought Strikeforce, which Scott Coker run. He was the president. Like
Yep, yep, yep.
most of the legends in UFC came from Strikeforce. So
Of
you don't
course.
know, man. Bellator might, the European market, the European fighters might come to
Yeah, but let
Paris.
me tell you
They
something,
got.
bro. There's legends and then there's Hall of Famers. The legends need to be immortalized somewhere. Who knows about if you're not into MMA, who knows about Fedor? Emelianenko or whatever his name is.
Emelianenko, yeah, the
Who knows
the
about
last the
Fedor?
last the
Where is
last
he? He
emperor.
never showed up. He's to the UFC.
Just because he is the only fighter who never signed to the UFC who is known by any MMA fighter because
Any
he
MMA
did
fighter, if you that's what I said,
any
bro.
MMA. I'm sorry, any
MMA fan,
MMA fan, any MMA fan,
not
because
not
because
every
he
fan. I
because
bet
he
your ass,
fought,
not every fan.
bro, because he was the legend in Pride. He was a legend in Strike Force, bro. Like Strike Force was where obviously the UFC was always
All
there
I'm
since
gonna tell
19.
you is,
Mm-hmm,
in order for you to go from one level
mm-hmm,
of being good to another level and be elevated to great, you need
mm-hmm.
some platform. You need some different people. Bellator and them, they can't cut it. They
They
can't.
will. They will. I'm saying they
Oh, here,
will.
right
Like
here,
they
UFC.
got the UFC. They got the UFC leftovers, but
Yep.
obviously at the same time they're at the same time I'm saying at the same time they're pushing out some good fighters who are
Oh, they
not
are. They
known.
are.
But so
They
there
are.
you go,
I'm
man.
not saying they're not. All I'm saying is that every.
Bro, we're not gonna agree. Let's
We're
just
not.
wrap
We're
this
gonna,
up.
we're gonna agree to disagree.
That's it.
All I'm saying is we covering them. That was my main
That's
point.
it.
Let's cover Bellator and UFC. We covering
That's,
them, you know. Anyways, my
that's,
brother, thank you for joining in. Thanks for your advanced casual fan expertise, and thank you everybody for joining in. Whoever cared to join in and support Jeganu
absolutely.
in the building.
JEGANU MMA.
Peace.